Dude, look at that. I quit Minecraft, come back, and everything has changed. Minecraft looks so much more amazing right now. Oh, what an existence. I tell ya. I can't believe it. Yeah, don't mind me. I like wind turbines a little bit. Just a bit, not that much. God, why? I might do this stream not just only to build wind turbines, but to talk. Talk to my viewers, talk about current events. Maybe even crash out. You never know. Yeah, look, I may or may not like wind turbines. I may or may not. Just it's a possibility. I have a list of wind turbine models from Vestas that I'm building, and I got a lot to go. I'm currently on V116. 116 meters wide. We got the blades built and the rotor built. And we got the nacelle built. Now we gotta do... By the way, of course, Vestas, don't sue me. I don't own your brand, you do, so please don't smite me down. Ugh. I can't even believe... I'm a little bit, like, nervous to even sometimes talk about political events, because I know I may have a good chance of cutting a divide down the middle in terms of, like, cutting them into my... Hold on, before I do this. No way. You know exactly what I'm testing. I will say, I'm a little bit upset because I will live for the rest of my life knowing that at this period of time... Oh my god, we broke that sign. That in this period of time, it is too expensive and wasteful to send multiple balloons up, or any at all, in more than 10% of the sites that send up weather balloons for our forecast. But what's not a waste of money is sending a freaking bomb to another country across an entire hemisphere. And not only that, and not only my opinion, but what is objective fact, which is a clear violation of international boundaries. Listen, buddy, I'm gonna probably cut this down the middle, and I think I'm gonna say it. We shouldn't be at war with Iran right now. This presidential campaign preached no war, and look what's going on. We have war. How many billions of dollars of our tax money are going to be filed into this useless, bloody, meaningless, trash war? You're telling me, like, so our current president thinks, well, maybe it was Elon Musk, or that you know, our administration thinks it's a waste of money to, you know, send they think that it's a waste of money to send up the amount of weather balloons that we do. They think it's a waste of money, the amount of money that we put in the National Weather Service and the USAID. But you know what's not a waste of money? It didn't need to happen at all. And I'm sorry, but all these people, the same administration has touted that it's such a waste that we go to we help Ukraine. But which Ukraine is actually obligated to be defended from the United States because of 1994 November Budapest Memorandum that said that Ukraine gives up their nukes, Ukraine gets protection from us, and it's recognized by a sovereign country, by Russia. And if it isn't, well, guess what? If Russia invades, we help them either by military aid or by intel. So it happens, and we aid them. But we don't. But unfortunately, we have people that just don't think that's a good thing. But, okay, whatever. If you think that, whatever. But I don't want to hear anything. If you do not support us helping Ukraine, I don't want to hear a single word out of your mouth in support of us going to war with Iran. I don't want to hear a peep. You're anti-war? Eat your cake. That's all I'm saying. Eat your cake. But I'm pissed because we put the American populace in danger by cutting the National Weather Service, a government agency that was already underfunded, understaffed, and whose resources was woefully stretched. We put not just other people at risk. God forbid I want a radar. Sorry, Loopies. Loopies, I'm sorry if I get political. Chat, I'm sorry. But please understand, God forbid I ask that I get a weather radar in my country that is not 37 years old instead of, shooting a MOAB at another country. Like, can we upgrade our radars? They're 37 years old. Canada has been upgrading their radars, and quite frankly, Canada's got some good radars. They're probably the only country on Earth that can compete with ours. We got the best radars in the entire world for weather. So I'm building all the models for like Vestas wind turbines. I don't care what anybody says. I'm extremely dissatisfied with the way that my country is going right now. Never have I had, I've never had a lower faith, and I'm sorry if I get political a lot, but honestly, I feel like silence is compliance to a certain degree here. But, I don't know, controversial opinion here. I just really want to live in a country that, that says, the land of the free, stay the land of the free, just saying. The only thing I'm worried about is that if I say what I'm going to say, I don't know why I say this. I say, oh, I'm going to lose subs. Guess what? That's me being a wuss. I need to, man up. My head is shaking right now because I'm really pissed. You know what? I don't care. If you disagree with what I'm about to say, we can peacefully dispute it. But guess what? If you violently disagree with me, you're gonna get your ass muted forever. I don't care. I really don't, okay? Because I did a little bit of research into this. Here's what happened. In the 21st century, 2000s, Iran was indeed enriching uranium. You need 90% uranium in order to make a nuke. When we bombed Iran, the maximum they had was 60%. They didn't have a nuke. How do we know this? Because we apparently sent in nuclear investigators to investigate thousands of times. Let me fact check that. Yes, the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, Global Nuclear Watchdog, has been inspecting Iran's nuclear facilities, including uranium stockpiles. So they basically have been going into Iran and looking at this shit. And they were making a lot of uranium. And the international community said, hey, you need to pipe the hell down on the spicy rocks. So you know what Iran does? They agree. They agree. And because of that, their stockpile gone. 93% of their uranium was given up. 3,000 plus centrifuges. I think 3,000 centrifuges, or a lot of centrifuges, and ability to make that equipment was also destroyed or dismantled. And this happened under JCPOA, which was signed in 2018, or not 18, 15, also called Iran Nuclear Deal. But you know what? There's a couple of people that wear red hats. They're going to get mad about what I'm about to say. And you know what? To that, I say, stay mad. In 2018, we pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal. And when we did that, it placed sanctions onto Iran's banking sector and oil sector. And you know what? That happened in 2018. Do you know who pulled us out of the Iran deal? Donald Trump. And do you know what happened to their stockpile of uranium after we pulled out of the deal? It went up. And it returned to the size it was in 2014. And then, here's the cherry on top of this. We bomb them. Because we think they had nukes. We did this in 2003. Iraq has nukes. Iraq has nukes. Iraq has nukes. We sent a couple boys over. Nothing. We found nothing. Not one. 189,000 plus people dead. And we learned absolutely nothing from it. And that, to me, that's sad. So, let me put this straight. They need 90% enriched uranium, and they had 60. That's 60% uranium is far beyond what you need for a nuclear reactor, because I believe you need about 5%? But answer this question for me. If you think a country has nukes, do you think that the best idea to handle that is to shoot them? No, that's suicide. That is the dumb. We had this incident, right? We call it the Cuban Missile Crisis. The Soviets moved nukes over to Cuba. And by the way, I want you to imagine, Russia's like close, but Cuba, that's in our Gulf. It's the Gulf of Mexico, man. It's the Gulf. That's on our doorstep. They had nukes on our doorstep. But instead of shooting them, we made an agreement. Say, you know what? Us, NATO, we have nukes on your doorstep. So here's what you're gonna do. We're gonna take our nukes off your doorstep. You take your nukes off yours. And then eventually they agreed. That's vastly simplified, but nonetheless you get what I'm talking about. So now that we've struck another country, our citizens and our military people are in danger. 40,000 people are in danger because of this war. So, you ready for this? Our president is so stupid that he pulled out of a deal, caused another country to develop enriched uranium, and then shot them for doing it. That's like putting a marshmallow in front, or that's like putting a piece of candy in front of a child, expecting them to not take it. They take it, and then you slap them across the face. What did you think was going to happen? Like, I can explain it for you, but I can't understand it for you. So now, because a guy who is currently in presidency pulled out of a deal and then caused our country to make more uranium and then bombed it, we are possibly going to be in another war. We have sent $30 billion to Israel. Not a peep about that. But when a peaceful country, Ukraine, gets attacked, we can't help them? Does anybody care to explain the stupidity of that logic? So again, let me put this for I'm sorry, but I have to say it. For you MAGA people, I'm gonna put it in the words you can understand. And if you can't understand words, then you're exceeding my expectations. Iran make uranium. They make lots of it. World tells them, chill. And so they do it. In return, they get their sanction. They don't get sanctioned. And then, Orange Dude gets elected. In 2018, Orange Dude pulls out of deal. Iran gets mad, makes more uranium, and then Orange Boy bombs them. So I hope you understand that. He did not fix a problem. Well, he did. He created one and fixed it, and then basically touted that he fixed a problem. This is what all politicians, or most of them, do. They mess something up, and then they pretend to fix them and tell how the other side is causing this problem. And then they fix it and think that, that they fixed it. So you know what? Here's the thing. If you are a MAGA and you come into my server and you're like, oh my god, he proved this,
You are the same community that is so adamantly against supporting Ukraine, but you're probably going to be the same community that supports going in this war. It's a waste of taxpayer money. I'm a tax-paying citizen. I don't want to pay for this, and I shouldn't have the right to pay for it. I don't support it. I don't want war. I want peace. And you people that are falling for this shit about, oh, we're gonna be peacetime person, oh, get out of here. You got played like a goddamn fiddle. You got played like a fiddle. So please, take a second. Just clear your mind. Screw all this lefty-righty stuff. Logically think about this. And think about how stupid it is. It's ridiculous. And if you eat this up, you are a mental slave. So no, I think Iran's in the right here. Has Iran done some bad things? Yes. Here's the thing, right? We didn't let black people vote until what? Less than 100 years ago? Women were able to vote until what? 105 years ago? Our country's 250 years old, but women couldn't vote for a vast majority of our history. So could black people. Gay marriage was legalized in 2015, and we tout ourselves as the land of the free. Just rule that through your head, guys. And I know what somebody is going to say in this comment section. Oh, he's probably some libtard. He's probably some liberal. No. First of all, I'm an independent. I don't care for both of this side's fighting. When I see the left and right fight each other, I see two kids on a playground that can't get along. You got one playground. You ain't getting more or less. You could get less, but you definitely ain't getting more. So shut up and basically, you get what you get. You don't throw a frickin' fit. Capiche? But yeah. Also, let's be honest. Thank you. Oh, hi. God, I hate this political combat. Political atmosphere. It sucks. Nice. I love Java. I'm having another political crash out again. Again, I'm sorry, Christian, if I get political. I'm just calling out the bullshit that we think it's too much money, that we... Nice. I just think it's stupid how we as a country, we are okay with, you know, saving money by not letting as many weather balloons go up that arguably save lives and help the American people, but we're okay with literally going to war. Like, we're taking away money that could be used to help. Like phased array, man. Please get phased array. U.S. government. U.S. government. Phased array radar can literally... Actually, phased array radar could help us in defense. Phased array radar could help us detect enemy aircraft. Not like anybody would send enemy aircraft here. Phased array radar can detect aircraft and tornadoes. If we installed phased array, we could replace the weather radar network and the air traffic radar network in one hit. Radar that is top of the line, military grade, advanced. But it'll never be it. We just got delayed. Unfortunately. Dude, and I also heard about the No Kings protest. Apparently, I think 5 million people showed up. How many people were at No Kings? 5 million. And I think it's the biggest protest in history. 5 million people. Give me a second. 5 divided by 330. That's 1.5% of America. To get 1.5% of America to do that, that's insane. And that's not like online. We're talking boots on the ground, essentially. 1.5% of the American population went to this. And these are the people that arrived. This isn't accounting for the people that actually hold the beliefs. If you really think about it. I'm just so sick and tired of this fighting. I think everybody needs to shut up and get along and know that this is our America. It doesn't matter who you are, what religion, race, gender, sex, or whatever, or whoever you like. You're on this rock. You're going to die one day. And you might as well live that life as good as you can. Largest single-day protest in American history. That is insane. More than 5 million people. Chicago, Dallas, Chico, California, New York City, St. Paul, Philadelphia, St. Louis. Oh my gosh. I don't care how many people this loses me. This state loses me. I've literally researched into Nazism just because of this time we are in right now, and it's very similar. Both parties basically used bullshit rhetoric, manifest destiny, bigotry, and all that stuff just to get the power. We already saw what happened. We cannot let this happen again. Let's see. Vestas. Next one is the Vestas 116, but the 2.1 megawatt variant. So yeah, hats off to the people at hats off to the people at No Kings, man. Good shit. Give me a second. I'm trying to find it. It's a V116. Man, I might make a video of like a decade video of me talking about this whole climate, cause I you know, I don't care. I mean, I've seen a couple of my subs. They're probably like one of my subs like mega. I don't really care. Can I get a picture of the 116 2.1?
Yeah, I'm very close to just making a video and posting it on my views about what's going on in my country. Because I'm tired of all the brainwashing and all the lies and all the manipulation. It's terrible to see my fellow countrymen turned against each other. Sad to me. Speaking of wind turbines, remember when every dumbass was taking the show Landman and saying, "Oh, look at this! I'm owning the libs with all the wind turbines." Bro, the wind turbines from Landman are V90s. They don't make those anymore. They will never offset their carbon. Hey, dumbass, guess what? A V90 can offset their carbon in roughly about, what, 18 months? They can last 20 years. Too bad you can't offset some good jokes and some good facts. Yes, I will agree at one point. They do need oil. Wind turbines need lubricant. And, of course, they need diesel to put them up. But the diesel it takes to put them up and build them, like the energy you put into them versus the energy you get out, is pretty good. You don't have to refuel them. You have to lubricate them, yes, and you may have to change a couple blades. But other than that, no coal, no uranium, nothing. Just wind. That's wind, baby. You get power from literally nothing. And it's the cheapest power source in the world. Like, bruh, I'm sorry, but you're using a fictional show. A show that, again, the events in the real world, or events in the show don't happen in the real world. You're not owning anybody. I would say you owe, what, you don't own? Or whatever? Let's say I can tell them something that they don't own. It's called common sense. Listen, to anybody on... when I criticize the right, that doesn't mean everybody. I know there's people on the right that are actually pretty good. But, I mean, there's people on the right that are good and bad. There's people on the left that are good and bad. But that being said, let me tell you this. To any conservative, it's like, oh, these dumb liberals, they're making these wind turbines. Wind turbines
a majority of wind turbines are in red rural areas. That's right. If you take 1 out of every 4 turbines, 1 out of every 4 is in Texas. And that's not talking about Oklahoma. Again, we got Oklahoma, Texas, Indiana, Iowa. Go Nebraska. 5 red areas. I mean, we got Texas and Oklahoma are very red areas. And they are some of the best. They have some of the highest amounts of wind turbines in the nation. Actually, red states beat out blue states in terms of energy production. Red states, I will argue this, have more wind potential than blue states. Illinois, a blue state, we outnumber a couple other states, but Texas kicks our ass. I mean, they have a lot of land, they're close to water, which a lot areas close to water have better wind, because there's just not as much drag. But again, most wind turbines are built in the rural red areas. So you should really appreciate them. If you are right-leaning, you should be wanting wind turbines, because again, they will benefit you. They will possibly lower your power bills. And I have a good argument against waste. Wind turbines, the blades are not recyclable. Most of the time, they are not. But I want you to remember this. When you burn coal, that ash is in the air. But when a wind turbine is torn down, these blades, you're never seeing them again. They may burn them, but let's be honest. Burning these blades is better than just burning actual thousands of tons of coal. I will say, even though I like wind, coal is good. It's cheap, it's readily available, but it's harmful. The pounds of waste from wind turbine blades is significantly less than nuclear. Actually, I don't know. I'll walk that back. I don't know. Nah, it can't be. It can't be more than nuclear. I walk that back. But it's definitely less than ash from coal plants. I will say the problem with wind turbines is that they've been politicized into people thinking that they're a ploy by the left to take over their lives or whatever the shit. When it's the cheapest source of power per kilowatt, and it's the least destructive to the environment. Yes, fossil fuels are burned to produce and build them, but overall they're very good. Look into the facts, separate the lies from the half-truths and stuff, and even the truths, and you'll see it. Oh no, don't say sorry. I'm not entitled to your time. You have a life, and I have. Okay, there's a bug on this screen. Get out of here, asshole. There we go. That's all the V116s. I might stop. Minecraft looks so nice. Okay, I wanna see these new ghasts. I'm pretty sure we can speak that this right here is most Americans in 2025, just tired. So apparently if you soak them for like 20 minutes, they become a gasoline. So let's give it a bath. Ooh, okay. We're doing something. I'll just skip this bullshit. Somebody guess you spawned a gasoline, but what about happy gas? I want to see the happy guest. Apparently you can stand on it. That is so weird that you can stand on the ghast. It's the first mob I think that has collision. Well guys, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I can finally like a ghast. I never thought I would like a ghast in 2025 or in Minecraft at all. He's cute. Yeah, I called a ghast cute. I cannot believe what I'm saying. Harness. Let's put a harness on him. Ooh, hello. He's a little bit slow. Can you use tools on him? Can you use a bow? Oh, that'd be kind of cool, but the slowness... this guy's gonna get one-tapped by a bow. Can he be... That's cool. By the way, Fallout fan, you're probably going to be really happy. I'm probably thinking about starting a new Fallout playthrough. Okay, so we can lead this dude. Can they be bred? So apparently you can craft the happy gas or the dried ghast. I think you can either find it or you can craft it, and you can craft it using 8 tiers. Man, I what? Players, what? So I believe you can make one by... Yep, you can make a dried ghast. So that's... maybe that could... I know it sounds weird, but that's probably how ghasts reproduce. They cry into the sand, and it forms a dried ghast. Maybe that's how they... That's how ghasts make baby. Oh, definitely want to be careful when you mount these. Do these things go faster? I don't... Fallout, stop. Stop. No. Mm-mm. We're not going that route, buddy.
You can fly this fast, but I... Build on. When a player is on it, it will align with the cardinal direction. Oh yeah, if I can make a bow. Like, if I just go over to one of these wind turbines, and I of course start building these... Oh, that's a game changer. It's a little bit weird. But dude, this is actually insane. Also, I can press X to go vertical. I don't have my area to go down. My button to go down. But that's actually pretty insane. The fact you could just build up. You can build with flying. These are definitely not going to be good for combat if it goes this fast. Yeah, unless they're like horses that have like different speed and different health. But yeah, this definitely is slow. These are not going to be for combat. I could one-shot this. Oh, it's... You know what? Give me a second. Okay, so oh, never mind. There goes the speed. So if without a potion, if you're not riding it, it's affected by the speed buff. But if you are, yeah, but there it goes. Like watch. So when it's not being ridden, it drives around like it's on Fent. But if you get on top of it, it's like if you get your fat ass cheeks on top, snail space. So it just stops. It doesn't go anywhere when you're on top. So when you're about 1.75, 1 3/4 of a block above it, it looks like it's stopped. It looks like it's just, stopped. I will say this is pretty good though. Yeah, see, he aligns the cardinal direction. And when he does do this, it acts like a, I can sneak. And I can't fall off. And it does act like a hard surface. Potions can smack on top of it. But items do drop through it. So, like, here's the thing. How would you get on this? Like, you'd have to have a pen for this. Unless you had it on a lead. Which, what happens if you do that? Yeah, I recommend leading them. Oh, by the way, look. By the way, the graphics got way better. Look at my wind turbines when they start blinking. You can see the haze around the light at the top. Oh god. I'm running out of play. I'm running this on PlayStation 5. Wait, pigs? What? Did it say pigs and harnesses? I'm reading something. Wait, connect? What the hell? What do you mean connect? You really you can't connect things with leads, can you? Oh my god. That is interesting. That's interesting. Guys, I have to do this. Mob transport. Gas jockey with a... Oh. What? Other mobs. If I spawn a mob... Like, give me a second. Acts like another thing. Now get off, bastard. Thank you. I'm giving birth. Sure. You know, I have an experiment. Where is he? Oops. Fat fingered the P key. So it looks like boats do go through him. This is interesting. You can lead this thing to a boat, and he just doesn't go anywhere because he can't move the boat. Can he move it microscopically? You can have multiple... What the shit? Wait, look, it's doing something. Oh my gosh, look at this. Did we just make a whole ass air balloon? Wait. Wow, that's insulting to my weight. No way. Dude, you know what? I have a good idea for this. Watch this. You know what you could do with this? Is that you could take a boat with a chest and you can tie it to this dude. And then
if you want some brownie points. Ready? Come here. And then you could put like a horse in it, or a donkey, with a box on it. This right here, look at that. Aerial transport just got made easy. Dude, this is so cool. It feels like I'm doing like a military cargo transport. And this dude could just carry this box. Can he carry more of them? Or is just a one for all, whatever? Oh, he can carry multiple boats. You can carry a cluster of boats with chests and transport them. This is a slow way to do it, but hey, you're not going over mountains. You're not going through mountains? No, we're not going to do that. Honestly, for like mid-game, this is a very good transport. If you guys don't have elytras, which a lot of people don't, like in multiplayer worlds, if they become scarce, this is a very good way to transport cargo through the air. Look at that. And remember, if you are late stage and you can actually get shulkers, then you vastly expand your carry capacity. Leads definitely seem to stick to the player a lot better now. So yeah, definitely do this, or lead them once to a boat. Exactly. Yes, you can fight with an elytra, but be honest, can you build doing this? Without eating shit? No, you can't. Honestly, yeah, in my opinion, the Happy Gas is not a good transport. And I don't think, in my opinion, it was made for that. It was made for building. So if you're looking for this for a transport option, you're not going to be happy. If you're looking for this for a survival mode way to build, you are going to be happy. And it glares off the goggles. Alright, I'm gonna get off because it's getting late for me. I gotta go to bed because I want to wake up earlier tomorrow. See ya, chat.